Nathan Sports back with another episode. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone is having a great night so far. And this week is flying by, and January is flying by. So a lot of things happening all at once. And fans, we are live on iHeartRadio, Spotify, on all the podcast platforms. And fans, you already know about the speaker app on my phone, where you guys can tune in, put in your questions for every guest that we have on the show. We'll try and get to your questions if the guest has time. But whoever is a fan of the show Ballers, UCLA football, who's a big fan of gaming or being an investor, tonight is the right night to tune in. And today's guest, we have Donovan Carter. Man, what a great guy, great person, and he has a great resume too. And he played football back in his career. He played for UCLA football. Man, and now he's an actor, baller, gamer, investor, man. He does everything now. And when it comes to acting, like I said, the show Ballers, whoever's a big fan of the show Ballers, he's in it. He played a big role as a football player for the Dallas Cowboys, and he got to work with some great people like Dwayne Johnson. Man, you name it. A lot of great people. Christy Lofton, who was on the show also. We
Yep,
had
yep.
a show. So he worked with him. He worked with a lot of great people. So we'll get to all of that, his playing career and his family, and then how he got into gaming, baller, and being a believer too, in an investor, which is a big thing now in the sports industry. So Donovan, I just want to say thank you for joining. Truly an honor. I can't wait to learn more about your story, and the fans are excited about this. And so Donovan, thank you. Welcome to the family.
Oh man, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me on, man. Shout out to all the fans that's watching too, man. We appreciate it.
Let's go. Yeah, so before we get to your journey and career, let's talk about for you, what's it like let's talk about the right now what LA is going through right now with the wildfires and all the people down there and even you being in LA. So what and then seeing everybody come together as a community. Let's talk about the Los Angeles area, what's it like being there and now everything is going what everybody's going through right now.
Yeah, man. Been a way to start 2025. Yeah, we dealing with the fires right now, man. It's been crazy because LA, we always have fires out here, every now and then. But it just been, I don't know, it's just been different with this because I feel like the fires usually like attack like areas where it's just dry and there's like really like no, sometimes there's homes, but to just see like all these communities, all these homes get burnt down and people losing their homes that they've been in their whole life. I was reading a story yesterday about some people that just didn't even leave it. Like it's like older people didn't even leave their homes. They was like, I'm burning with my home, and I'm just like, man, that's just crazy. But man, so sad, man. Definitely keep praying for the city, man. Just yeah, just crazy, man. And the day it started, it was so windy, like probably one of the windiest days we've had, I know the year just started, but that we had this year, but actually like in the past like couple of months. But yeah, it's been a blessing. Also, like you said, seeing people come together, seeing a lot of my friends, want to raise money, get goods, get food. My church, we've been doing some stuff as well, like get, serving first responders food and stuff. But yeah, been a crazy time. Interesting, way to start the year because even just before that, we had the tragedy on Bourbon Street as well. So just them two things that just happened, right now. But I always say, it starts like this. That means I feel like 25 is going to end, in a lot better, better than it started. But yeah, it's been crazy, man, crazy. Luckily, where I'm at, me and my family, we safe. We didn't have to evacuate, but I couldn't imagine, having to leave your home and not know if you're gonna see it again or not.
Yeah, well said over there, and we'll continue praying for the people, including you guys too, in the people in LA. And so for you, talk about how did you talk about your early life? How did you get into playing football, get into playing sports, and talk about that.
Yeah, man. I mean, shout out to my parents. They just wanted me to get outside, be active. And my dad, he played football growing up. So that's how I started finding my love for football. He actually was coaching even before, but he didn't let me play till I got to a certain age. So I was like the ball boy, water
Mm.
boy out there. But after a while, I'm like, man, I want to play because it look fun, from afar. But it's always different when you put the pads on and you getting hit and stuff. But yeah, I started playing when I was 10. I played like T-ball,
Oh,
baseball first. But yeah, just love sports, man. Love being outside. I didn't get a sibling until like I was late, like eighth grade probably. Like I was a teenager. So it was
mhm.
just cool to, just be around other kids, get outside, compete. Just have fun, man. It's nothing like playing sports and, being on the team. But yeah, I started playing when I was 10. Started developing, my craft, my love, my passion. And then ended up, playing middle school as well, in high school, start getting recruited. And that's when I was like, okay, I think I got a chance to, possibly go to the next level.
uh, be, being like Bo Jackson, football, baseball at the same
Yeah,
time.
exactly. Yeah, my dad, he actually like made me when I was a kid read. And my dad, one of my dad's favorite players was Bo Jackson.
Oh wow.
So yeah, he made me read his book, Bo Knows Bo, when I was a kid. And yeah, but, definitely wanted to play a little both. I mean, I didn't. I like to watch basketball. I was never like good at basketball, but I wanted to play a little. I wanted to play a little bit of everything. That was my goal.
Yeah, so tell our fans, for you, what is it like just not being with your friends, playing every sport, and also for you being a multi-sport athlete before choosing football. So what was that like for you? And a lot of kids are playing multiple sports too now. So
Yeah. No, I was everything, man. Like I was one of the kids that loved to be outside. Even like in the neighborhood, we playing basketball on the street, we playing street football. We playing I forgot, everybody has different names, where you get tackled, you got to throw the ball up, and then like we play those games, like me and the homies would play, me and my best friend played on the same baseball team like one year. So it was everything, man. Like I just love competing. Loved, love. Actually, I love, practice was cool, but it's all,
yeah.
it's nothing like playing the game day vibes, and like, all that hard work you put in, that you got an opportunity to showcase it.
Yeah, so we are live with actor Donovan Carter. Please put your questions in here. He'll answer some of your questions. So Donovan, talk
Yeah,
for you. Tell our fan being from LA. Talk about the what's it like for you. How special is it for you that you play with UCLA football, and then LA has a rich history when it comes to sports with championships like with the Lakers when Kobe and Shaq played, the Dodgers who won last year. And then you got the all the LA teams having like it's like a championship city for you guys. So just talk about
yeah.
how special is it for you to be part of that?
Man, it was cool, man. I mean, I feel like, LA, Texas, Florida, got some really good athletes. I'm not gonna say the best because, Midwest, New York, Jersey, everybody got
Yeah,
some big athletes, but it was just cool to like, just be a part of it. And like you said, get to see, I was a big Laker fan growing up, seeing them win championships. And actually, like, my first team I played for in football was the Bruins
yeah.
when I was 10 years old.
Oh,
So, and it was kind of full circle
yeah.
that
That's
I,
yeah,
that I got a chance to get recruited by them, and actually, play. That's where I played collegiate football at. So, it was just full circle, man. You're a kid, you just playing, you just having fun. You're not thinking about, playing for the Lakers or actually, we didn't even have a football team when I was growing up. We didn't have the Rams or the Chargers.
Mhm.
But, you just think about just playing a game, having fun. And over time, then you start getting better. And then, like I said, I started getting recruited. I'm like, okay, I got a chance, to keep playing and further my career. But yeah, it was a blessing, man. LA's one of the places the weather's always nice. So you can always play games. Like, it's not like, oh, it's winter time, so we only got like 3, 6 months out the year where you can play. You can always get out and play and, get better.
yeah. So we have a first fan question here on my phone. One of our fans wants to know the Rams have a big game this weekend. They want to know
Yeah.
how confident are you feeling with the Rams this weekend?
Man, very confident, man. We just put belt to butt on the Vikings, man. Everybody didn't think we could win. It was tough because we supposed to have a home game. We had to go to Arizona to play, which I was like, man, I didn't think that was fair. But I mean, with the Fires, what could you do?
Yeah.
But yeah, we locked in, man. It reminds me of the 2021 team when we won the Super Bowl. We hit a nice stride, end of the season, won the division. And man, so I'm very excited, man. We played the Eagles early. We played the Eagles like middle of the season this year. We got smacked by him. Saquon Barkley went crazy.
Mhm.
So yeah, we got to stop him. And we got really good pressure on Darnold. So if we can continue to get pressure on Jalen Hurts, affect his game and affect Saquon Barkley, I definitely think we definitely got a chance.
Yeah, so for you, like you said, your first team was with the Bruins, and now you come back playing for the Bruins college football team. So what was that
Yeah,
like for you? Talk about that experience being playing for UCLA, one of the top college programs in college football, in my opinion, also, and I mean, being from LA and
yeah,
having your friends and family come to the games, watching you play, and then they have a rich history there too. And I actually interviewed Charles Arbuckle, UCLA
okay.
great. And then I interviewed Chase Griffin, the quarterback from
Yeah,
UCLA.
yeah. Smart
Yeah,
guy, man. Smart
yeah,
guy, Chase, man. Good. That's a good man right there, man. I was amazing, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't like, I don't know, I didn't really have like a dream school growing up.
mm,
And then when I got later, I really my dream school was the U, just because of like everybody that went there and everybody that I looked up to in football went to the University of Miami. So I was like, man, if I go there, feel like I got a good chance to go to the league. But it was just so far. But when I took my official visit, and even just visiting campus, like just stepping foot on UCLA campus, like I just fell in love. I was like, man, like I'm biased, but I think it's one of the most beautiful campuses in the world. If you ever get a chance to come to LA, definitely
mm,
check out UCLA. Like you said, rich tradition. Coach John Wooden went there.
yep,
Poly Pavilion. We play at the Rose Bowl, one of the greatest stadiums, I think in college football, one of the best bowl games too. But yeah, I was just so, blessed. Like, man, I get to go to school here. Like, this is crazy. But yeah, I had an amazing time, amazing experience. They say college is some of the best years of your life. And I definitely agree. Definitely was happy with my decision. We had a lot of coaching changes, a lot of things going on, but we're still happy with my decision. Now you kind of ask yourself in today's game, because you get the transfer, you got the
yeah,
transfer portal. Kind of ask yourself, would you think about transferring? But like I said, I had such a great experience. Met some, still some of my best friends today that some of my brothers. I learned how to, I became a boy to a man there. Learn how, learn really like what working hard and competing was when I got to school there.
and plus the NIL deals are big now in college. So
Yeah,
yeah, what are your thoughts
yeah.
on that, real quick?
Man, when I first started, I was like, I was hating a little bit because I'm like, damn, I wish I would have got paid. But I like it though, man. But it's all about, I mean, I feel like the best way to kind of learn about financial literacy, especially in my on my journey is, you have to like, get the money and go through it. It's you can read books, you could ask certain questions, but the best way is to learn. And a lot of these kids, man, not everybody makes it to the NFL. You want to, but only that 1% makes it. So it's like if you get some money now and stack some money like right, in college right now, and if you don't make it, you could still, you might still be okay, because it's always tough, when you first get done and you try to pivot and figure out, once football's over, your next career. But if you got some money in your pocket, you
Mhm.
can kind of, you kind of give yourself some leeway and give yourself some time to actually really go after your dreams and go after your passions. But yeah, I'm with it, man. But I mean, it's a hustle too. Like, he was talking about Chase, you interview him, like he was like kicking NIL. And it just shows like of course if you're the starter, you the man, you get paid. But if you're the backup quarterback, you can also, get yourself opportunity too. But it's a hustle though, just
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
you on the team don't mean that you're just gonna get millions of dollars. You gotta be proactive and make your own opportunities. And all money's not good money. So you have to, you gotta make sure you do your due diligence. But like I said, it teaches you about taxes,
Yeah.
which when you get out, when I got it, I'll have to learn that about 1099 W-2s, taxes.
Yeah.
You learn about these contracts, because some of these players, they think they signing deals with people, and then they come to find out, like I think the UNLV quarterback, they promised him X amount of dollars and they didn't give it to him. But I mean, it just shows, you got to make sure you handle your business right, because even if you got to get some up front, and then some periodically because some people just they just think people are man or woman of their
Yeah.
word, but that's not always the case.
Plus,
Oh
you
man,
need a.
let me close my blinds real quick. I'm
Um,
sorry. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Yeah, even yeah, I agree with you 100%. You need, and plus you need a person that you trust behind right by your side when it comes to those things. Like for example, I remember a scene in the show Ballers when you and Dwayne Johnson were talking about some contract thing. And
Yeah.
that reminds me of that. So you have to be smart about what you just mentioned with the contract.
Yeah, yeah, and also got to know your worth, man. I
Yeah,
mean, I think early in the season, especially the first season when I was trying to negotiate for my first contract, and me and Reggie, that my boy
yeah,
Landon
right.
Brown played Reggie. We had a number that we was set on, and we was like, nah, this is the number we want. Even though they was coming with some good numbers,
Mhm.
but if you got to really believe, and you got to believe in yourself, and believe in your worth, and know what you're worth, and stand on your manhood or your womanhood on what number you want.
Yeah, so we have another fan question here on my phone. One of our fans wants to know who is the funniest person on the cast of the Ballers.
Oh man, I gotta say, my boy Chris D. Lofton,
Yeah,
Lambo, man, and London Brown, man, they hilarious, man. Like London, he's a comedian, so he funny, man. Chris just crazy. Chris is just crazy, man. He gonna say whatever you want. He wanted like those are like the funniest dudes to me, man. Rob Corddry was funny too.
yeah,
I ain't gonna
Rob.
lie. Rob was funny. He just would just do like just do fun, he just funny just like all the time. Like it just don't turn off. Like he just a funny guy and just down to earth guy. But yeah, those guys, man, had me rolling all the whole time.
Yeah. So tell our fans about some of your best moments at UCLA and wearing that blue and gold jersey. Yeah, talk about some of your best moments.
Oh man, run out that tunnel every week was some of my best moments. Playing beating USC finally my senior year, one of my best moments. Yeah, we played Tennessee at Tennessee, played Texas at Texas. Those was like games I'm gonna remember for the rest of my life. But yeah, just going to the Rose Bowl, man. Even just traveling, like traveling, home games, away games, like that was dope, especially away games. We got the commercial plane. We usually stay in like the pretty nice hotels. We got police escort to the airport to the game, so it was just really cool, man. And like I said, developing this bond with my brothers, just that hard work, that grind. Getting up every day early, five in the morning, 6 in the morning, and we all just coming together for a common goal. Just working hard and just competing and really trying to change our lives, change our family lives.
Yeah. Did you? Oh, sorry. Give me 1 second. I
Okay.
lost my. Hold on. All right, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Yeah, I don't know what
Yeah.
happened. The
Yeah.
damn. Yeah, so talk about so tell our fans, did you ever think of get possibly going to the NFL? Like you said.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. As soon as like I got to UCLA, man, I was like, we doing all this work. I was like, man, this is my goal to go to the NFL. And I'm like, this is just, one step, from getting there. But yeah, definitely was my goal to play, go to NFL. Didn't get drafted. I had a tryout with the Raiders.
Mhm.
I got invited to their mini camp and was up there for 3 days, got cut, and then I wanted to keep playing, but I just didn't have the resources and the money to like keep that dream going. But Yeah, definitely wanted to play NFL. That definitely was one of my goals, but unfortunately didn't happen. But pivoted and made other things happen. I got to actually play, which I think was the next best thing is playing an NFL player, on a hit HBO show, which was surreal. It was crazy.
Yeah, so speaking of that, you transitioning from your playing career to acting, and
Yeah.
only ballers. You did the Hideaway too. Yeah. So talk about that and those two shows. And but first, how did the Baller show come about? And you, like I said, you worked with the great people like Dwayne Johnson,
Yeah.
Chrissy Lofton, London Brown. But how did you guys come together and having all the NFL players and
hmm
all the people come together?
Yeah, man. I mean, just through networking, man. They say your net worth
Yep.
is your network, and just being open minded too. Like, after I got done with school, was really trying to just figure out, all right, what the hell do I want to do next? Ultimately went back to my school because I feel like, if you also fortunate to go to college, you gotta UCLA, excuse me, they used my body, used us. So I was like, you got to use them back and parlay it. So I went back to my school, talked to my coaches just to see if there was any opportunities, out there. And they actually the ones, that sent me the email about ballers, man.
Oh wow.
So, got the email, never acted before in my life. They actually at first sent me to a commercial agent. So I was doing commercials at first, just background. So I
Hmm.
was doing that, that's kind of got my foot in the business. And, being in LA, the business is out here, so you can kind of, even if you're not looking for it, it can kind of find you. But yeah, got the email, man, talked to my dad, prayed about it. My dad was just like, man, just go for it. What's the worst they're gonna say is no. So I was like, all right, you right, Pop. So, got the email. They sent me my lines, studied it like how I would my playbook, because in football, you got a lot of plays. They give me this massive playbook. You got to learn these damn plays and all this
Hmm.
terminology and stuff. And I was a history major too in college, so that's a lot. So I'm pretty good at memorizing stuff. I don't have a photographic memory like some people, but once I got something, I got something. So did my best. Went on my first audition. Competed, did the best I could. And then, they just kept calling me back, kept calling me back. And, thank God I was available for one, because I feel like a lot of that stuff, you get opportunities, but you don't show up, or you got something else you got to do.
Yeah.
But my dad, he always taught me at an early age, just stay ready. Like, you just never know. Because especially in football, he's like, man, people get hurt.
Yeah.
People, maybe ineligible for grades. So, and then we got to say in the UCLA too, man, next brewing up,
Yeah.
because if you can't do the job,
Yeah.
somebody else will do it for you. So yeah, I'd auditioned 10 times for Ballers, man, and over 3 months. And then yeah, I got the call that you got the part, and I'm just like, man, this is crazy. But it was crazy because it was so much time. It wasn't like, oh, congratulations, you got the part. We start work next week. It
Yeah.
was like, congratulations, you got the part. We didn't do the pilot for like we didn't start the pilot for like another like 3 months.
Wow.
And then after the pilot, we didn't start actually filming season one to
Hmm.
like another like what was that? Like another 8 months.
Hmm.
So it was like a lot of time in between. So I was just, getting my mind right, getting my body right, my spirit right. But yeah, it was a great experience, man. You got to take risk in life. The risk is worth the reward, and it's one of those things that I'm just, so happy that I put myself out there because I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't the most confident or wasn't, thinking I wasn't even thinking I was even gonna get it, honestly. But thankfully I had, positive people in my life and I have my Lord and Savior, man, that gave me the confidence to go out there and just gotta just be yourself at the end of the day, especially in acting. Like that's why they hire you for yourself. So
And you did a fantastic job with your role as a football
thank you.
player. And I loved your story, uh, the way you were brought up like that, and then playing in the NFL, and then after that transitioning into gaming,
Yeah,
which was crazy too. But um,
yeah.
we have another fan question here on my phone. They want to know, uh, who was who was the what was it like working with the NFL players on the show, and they want to know who was the toughest to go up against.
Man, it was dope. It was dope working with all of them because I was fans of everybody, and it was just dope that they kind of like we already kind of developed like the culture on set and kind of developed like the energy. So I'm like the cast director, like they just did a good job of bringing in people that like understood and like, that and like people that actually like was really interested in the business, because like I did when I started with commercials and there was a couple people that was in the field that was on the commercials and like, I'm not gonna say no names, but they just you could just tell they didn't want to be here. They just was here for the check. And I'm just like, man, if you don't want to be here, why waste your time? But everybody that we got that everybody that came on the show, like everybody wanted to be there. They came in there, they was professional on time, man, and they was just easy to work with. But I feel like I said, we already like established like that on set with my co-stars. So it's like, man, anybody that came in there with that energy, like if you was on some bullshit, we would have got you up out of there. And what's the second question? What do you mean going against?
So
Like
they,
when I was
yeah, so they want to know when you were playing in
in
with the
college.
Dallas Cowboys. So they want to know who was the toughest player you went up against.
I mean, well, I didn't really go against like anybody like physically like that, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was just great to go against everybody, Like, luckily, I didn't have to do too much football stuff. But everybody was cool, man. I mean, some of my favorites was like Steven Jackson, Deshaun Jackson, Antonio
Yeah.
Brown was on the pilot, Odell Beckham, he
Mhm.
was on there, man. We had Tim Brown, we had Spice Adams, like we had
Yeah.
some really good, good people, man. Jared Dudley, I think. Yeah, we have some cool people on there, man.
Yeah, you got my guy Deshaun
Yeah.
Jackson. Speaking of, and then I know my guy Victor Cruz. You got was on that show.
Yeah, Victor. Yeah,
Yeah.
Victor, man. Victor was cool. Yeah, we had some good people. We had JPP
Wow.
one episode. I think that's what like really made the show like realistic. Not only like booking like me and my boy JD Washington and Dwayne. We all of us play football. And like now when I watch football stuff. I'm like, a little bit critical because a lot of these people, like, you could tell they didn't play no ball, you could tell they didn't play no sports.
Yeah.
They just got actors playing them. And, they still do great performances, but you could just tell by their swag, by their energy, by their vibes. I'm like, yeah, this dude didn't play no football. I could just tell by the way he wear like his attire, how he wears it. But yeah, that's what kept the show like realistic because like not only did we have real players, I was playing the fictional characters, then we bring in these real players that actually play, and that's what made the show what it was. I thought.
Yeah, we did an event with Victor Cruz actually in New Jersey. So
Oh, okay.
I know him I know him because I know I'm connected with his teammates from the Giants. So I know a lot of people
Yeah,
who play.
Vic was cool, man, and that's why you got dudes like that. Vic, he did Dance with the Stars. He like he does entertainment stuff to this day.
So for you, what was I want to tell our fans what was it like working with Dwayne Johnson? He's obviously a legend in the acting business, and also
Yeah,
he played football. So for you, what was it like just to learn from him and then work together on the
man,
show?
it was surreal, man, because I was a big rock fan growing up. Love wrestling. Used to stay up late watching Raw, SmackDown. Was supposed to be in bed. I'd actually have to turn the volume down just so I wouldn't get in trouble. But it was surreal, man. I was definitely starstruck when I met him, and then get a chance to like work with him. In the beginning, I mean, most of my scenes was with him. So it's dope, man. Like he's such a good human being, like the kindest, humblest guy you ever meet. And it was good to like for me to see that because me going into business and starting the business and you just you hear these things about actors and stuff, but
Yeah.
just to see him how he conducted himself, he wasn't like one of those people like I only need red jelly beans in my like in my dressing room. Like he worked hard, he knew everybody's name, treated everybody the same, no matter if you was co-star or if you was helping clean up on set. Like he treated everybody the same,
Wow.
easy to work with, professional, was great with his fans. So it's just nice to see that from afar. And I was like, man, if he cool and he handling this good, like who am I to like think of myself higher than what I am. And like and then like you said, play football. He was like me. I didn't go to Juilliard Arts or NYU or these performing arts schools. he kind of learned, he kind of got thrown into the business and learned. And I was so appreciative to work with him, learned a lot from him, just, just watching him from afar.
Yeah, so now I want to transition about to your business, and now you do a lot of stuff with you do. I saw your page. You do a lot of podcasts also now, a lot of shows, and to
Yeah,
talk about transitioning into that too. Also, while being an actor, but now you're an investor, you're a gamer. You do everything
yeah.
pretty much. So talk about what's it like to be versatile now, and being and having opportunities to be on shows like these, and having your own show, business, and everything together.
Yeah, man, it's cool, man. I mean, I think with like, the show, you just get to meet different people, different exposure, and just you get different opportunities. The Hideaway, something I invested in. It's a restaurant out here in Beverly Hills. Mexican restaurant. If y'all ever in LA, man, please stop by.
Yeah,
Great, great vibes, man. We also have parking too, which is key if you know anything about LA. But yeah, man, just kind of open minded. Ballers came out of nowhere, just out the whim. Out of blessing from God. So I'm just open minded. You just never know who you're gonna meet or opportunities, and you think it's gonna be with like, oh, it's somebody that of course you would love to be somebody you grew up with or I played ball with, but it might be somebody you just meet and y'all just kicking and y'all just vibe. But yeah, man, I've always loved gaming. The show. I was a gamer and it brought gaming opportunities to me. Met some really cool people in the gaming community. Into real estate out here too. My family's all actually into real estate, so I kind of got into that. But yeah, I'm just kind of open minded. I'm the type of person like I have to attempt it, and I have to that's how I see if I like it.
yeah.
I have to attempt it, do it, and if I like it, I'm gonna keep keep doing it and figure out how to get better. And if I don't, then I don't. But I can live with at least me attempting. I don't like to say try, but at least tempting or try, and then I can see if I want to keep pursuing it. And
Hmm.
then the podcast stuff, it's just something, I started kind of during COVID because it just wasn't any opportunities, and it was just opportunity to get back on the camera. I love sports. So I want to transition to like, broadcasting and like play calling. Like that's what I kind of want to do in the future as well. I, still want to act, of course, but the business just been kind of different since COVID, and we had to strike a couple years ago, and then now we got these fires. So, you just want to just figure out ways to kind of be more in control of your career and opportunity. So, like I said, I'm just open minded, seeing, whatever God got for me, man.
Hey, that's what I'm doing right now. I actually started this media business during COVID
Oh,
also.
got you.
Yeah, so I'm 5 years into this business. I have a great team, and I'm that's a network. Someone last year, some lady goes to me. I have one of the best networking skills in this industry, and um, I'm well networked now and well connected. And it's all about, like you said, it's all about networking and bringing people together. So yeah, so a lot of people love my stuff, and then for you guys to take the time to come on the show, just talk about your journeys, and it's just amazing.
Nah,
See,
for sure, man. I mean, that's a beautiful thing about social media and all this stuff now, man. You get a chance to like, you just never know who your story might can impact, somebody, and vice versa.
yeah, we have another fan question for you on my phone. They want to know, they want to know your favorite food and drink.
At the restaurant or period.
At the and they want in general and at the restaurant.
Okay, man. Food and drink, man. I'm a Cali dude, West Coast guy, man. I love Mexican food, love Asian food. So, I'm cool with some tacos, you feel me? Steak, asada, chicken, El Pastor. I'm always cool with that. Love sushi as well. Love Chinese food, love Korean barbecue. So, I'm a foodie, man. So any one of those drinks, non-alcoholic, shoot, I'm cool with lemonade, you feel me? Or, Arnold Palmer, a little bit more lemonade and iced tea. And for alcoholic beverage, drink responsibly, everybody, but I'm a tequila guy. I'm a cognac guy as well. And at the restaurant, man, love a margarita, um, like just regular tahine on the rim. We got strawberry, we got flavored ones too. They're really good, but the Tommy's margarita, love that. And then Love our branzino as well, and our steaks is really good. Our rice and beans is fire, corn is fire. I think my boy he had the lamb last time. I gotta try the lamb. I ain't gonna lie, he didn't even offer me a piece. I was like, shoot. Now I said, damn, that's good. And then I'm focused, I'm a chatterbox. I'm chatting, and I look over again. The shit is gone. I said, damn. So I was like, I said I gotta try the lamb next time. And yeah, the dessert. We got some good desserts as well there. But yeah, those are some of those some of that's some of I'm not a big spicy guy, so I'm pretty anything that's not spicy, I'm pretty okay to try.
Yeah, so before we let you go, we love to talk about the family on the show and talk about your family. What was it like been like for you to have your family behind your back from day one, supporting your career and seeing where you're at now, and just talk about your family being having your back from day one.
Oh man, love it, man. Love my family, man. Shout out my dad, shout out my mom. Man, I do everything for them. Like, I feel like my parents sacrificed so much for me growing up. So to get to where I'm at today, my dad' biggest goal was for me to go to college, go to college for free. And you push me, sometimes this stuff I don't want to do.